I hope you've been looking good, feeling good, smelling good, eating good, drinking good, thinking good thoughts, having a good time, sharing good energy with good people in good places, doing good things. Okay, I'm a vibe and an argument, huh? That's what the title of this one is. I'm a vibe and an argument. He love it here. She love it here. She says she never leaving. That's the energy I get. Like I get that individuals involved in the up and coming unions and connections are all feeling really good about the choices that they've made. Oh, that was another thing. So this is all about love. I don't want to get this misconstrued. But love comes on a lot of different levels. So when it's talking about a romantic relationship, that's what it means. When it seems as though it could also be platonic, please take it as such. Because what I'm understanding is like there's this innocence in this love, not just between the two, but if there are families merging, if there are, you know, individuals becoming step parents and things like that. Um, so those are all to be considered too, because there are a lot of different dynamics that go into building these unions. A lot of times, especially if you have children who are, I want to say high vibrational, but like, gifted children, things like the such, insightful children, etc., that those children also know how to assist and progress themselves in such a way that helps solidify, helps ground divine unions. So anyway, let's see. All right, first few cards. Knight of Cups. Ooh, to the World card. Okay, it looks like your person has like acknowledged you and is kind of lifting, not kind of lifting you up, like very much so, like lifting you up, kind of making sure that you're exalted above all others. That's their most honest and sincere way to show their romanticism for you. I feel like the divine feminine energies have come to accept and appreciate, just kind of being in a different posture than usual is what I'm going to call it. Ooh, those flipped over. Ooh, look at this. King of Cups. There's a lot of love here. Like there's a fullness of like life energy. This is very much giving me one of those, the doctors, like the housewives of the doctors, but the Mariah, I think that was her name. It's her and her husband. This is giving me the energy of her husband, who is very, calm and very, he loves his wife. You know what I mean? Like he has no shame. And they're not the same nationality. And, there's, a lot of love in their family unit as well. So, it's giving that, it's giving that this person is not ashamed to be, put in a space of being a loving and there's so many words that it's like a loving and I think kind and generous, because you can be generous with a lot of things. Like you can be generous with your time, with your patience, with your understanding, with your compassion, with your grace. It's not necessarily gonna mean, financial things in some of these relationships too, but your sentimentality, especially where there are individuals coming in to be step parents. There's a lot of that. The step parent energy is very heavy because the dynamics between the two are so, wow, look at this, Ace of Cups. Look at this. Wow. It's like, because this person, maybe it's like if you're an artist and you do this for a living and you paint portraits of different women, you've seen them all, right? Or not all, right? You haven't seen them all, but you've seen enough. You've seen enough. And even though like you or your person may have this playboy or playgirl energy, it's something that satisfies this Nine of Cups energy, like to make the relationship feel like we have, so many options and opportunities, but just with ourselves at the table. We don't need any pigeons to come and, drink out of our cups, kind of energy. We don't need any third parties. That's why this relationship works so well. This is so cute. You guys are both like so excited and so grateful to be able to go through this doorway, to be able to establish this type of love and relationship. You guys are very much so honoring and valuing things properly, is what I'm seeing here. I'm trying to make sure the card can be seen well, but not that way. Okay. So it's like the gates have opened, the cups are overflowing, etc., etc. It's being guided, it's pure, it's this, it's that, right? But what I'm seeing here mostly with these gates is that I'm getting an energy of like maybe previously you asked for a glimpse. You asked to see what it would be like to know real love, to experience real love. If you could just get a taste of it. And you may have felt like the taste that you were getting with the person was your person. Because I know I felt like that at one point. I felt like, oh, okay, I'm getting a taste of it. But because I was getting a taste of it with that particular person, I assumed that was the person too, right? Because you're getting the taste. You can't get the taste from someone who's not the person. Aha, yes you can, right? Because if you ask for a taste, like, I just want to taste what an apple fritter tastes like. Well, you can get a bite. Does that mean you'll experience all of an apple fritter? Not quite. Because what if the bite you get has mostly apples, and mush? It wasn't cooked right? Could be the case. For I mean, we could say that was my past relationship. That's like funny. But, and so that one bite didn't really give you the idea and the fullness of really understanding, what an apple fritter that's cooked properly tastes like. Not just a bite of it, a taste of it. One that's, still warm and it has just the right amount of icing. Y'all know me and food, I can go in. Okay, but anyway. Uh, and I feel like there's a lot of like solidarity and truth and like just overall pure knowledge and understanding of what's good and what's bad, what's useful, what's not useful, with respect to like, when to stop and think, when not to stop and think, with respect to the responses or the reactions or the communications or, the emotions that are being received from one another. Because I feel like there's this, it's just so good. It just flows though, because no one is being like pretending about their emotions. No one is pretending like they're not emotional in this connection. So when you're releasing your inhibitions, you're loving freely. And when you love freely, you can receive love freely, right? It's kind of that same, like we're talking all about energy lately. Like if money's energy, love is energy too, right? So I don't know, I feel very like, hippie saying that, but decidedly so. Like maybe that was the energy that's needed. But I also get an energy from this too, is that the masculine may wonder that like, okay, because it's a playgirl meets playboy energy, like it's the mutual, mutual but opposite, may wonder like if this person thinks about him as much as he thinks about her. Yeah, it's pretty much matching up. Like to look at her in her Queen of Wands energy, she's thinking about, she's sitting there alone thinking about something. She's not paying attention to any of these hats and canes and flowers left over from people that tried to visit and wanted to come into the energy, because I feel like it's a picture, it's a metaphor. Again, these are cards. It's like people that have tried to kind of come back into the energy, all this, the background people. And I feel like that's been the same here with this divine masculine energy. It's like, okay, putting up some boundaries, making sure people knew, and maybe even having to cut off people because this is off now. So it's like, okay, I've fought the battle. I've done all the fighting. I can put down, this shield so that I can get a warm hug. I don't know. It is it's a warm hug, okay? because I know for sure that these dynamics with respect to the intimate encounters are like mad, like, ooh, yeah. These things get wow. Ooh, ooh, this is literally a Two of Cups. And I can't all the way show this card because of, like, there's so much going on here, but look at this. Definitely an energy of, like, making each other happy and being in a true divine union. You know what I mean? Woo! How we cover that up? That's definitely the Two of Cups. So a lot of, I'm gonna keep that over here. Hopefully you guys can't see it. Yeah, this was something that you guys decided, like, okay, so I have an old reading from last year from when the two met, right? When the two decided that they wanted something different than what they had and started to venture towards improving on self to receive that, knowingly or unknowingly, right? Just to move into motivation to improve oneself. And in that, it was kind of like one of those moments where it's like they met, but they didn't realize the true value of the meeting, like how much it would change over the course of time. It was just kind of like a happenstance that was useful for the period that they were in, because they were both healing. They were both healing and evolving and trying to know more about oneself and, what they were supposed to be doing. And it was just like a great escape, to be able to have, this. It was a great escape. I get to, like, people don't know anymore about, like, your intimate moments. Like, there's a little sneaky link energy, but not like a third party sneaky link. It's just kind of like no one knows when these two get together romantically and physically. And so that's yep. It's the Hermit card with the Emperor and the Two of Swords. No one knows. People can't really, make out what is happening when the Hermit card, like I said, they can't figure out when the two are coming together, but they know it's happening. Like, people are finding out, like, after the fact, like, wait a minute, when they're realizing, like, oh, wait a minute, this divine masculine, like, this Emperor is already fulfilled. What do you mean? Like, you see the little guy on the bottom trying to like trying to get in there, and it's like, nah, that's already taken care of. There's this mutual, consideration and knowledge about what pleases one another as well. That is actually from the divine. Like, this is an experience that I don't think either one of you have ever had. And I feel like that's why the motivation and the intentions and the connections are so deep, and the bonds can't be broken, because it's like once you connect on that level, to that depth, what can disconnect you? All these cards are all falling. Yeah, like, what can disconnect you? You'd fall apart to walk away. That's what I was just told to say. You would fall apart to walk away. Both of you, either of you, is what I'm told to say. You would fall apart if you were to walk away. I'm gonna take those. Some of these are spirit baby messages, so if it's not about an actual child, then please take it as like the businesses or relationships that you guys will birth and grow, or new ideas. Ooh, morning sex is mandatory. I don't disagree with that. Okay, do not. Wow, you guys are wild. Like I said in the things, it's very wild. So it's like morning sex is mandatory, and my favorite is kitchen sex, the risky kind. I don't know, what is that? Next to the stove or bottom mixer? Which one is that? All I want is you. Wow, that's what makes it like a insatiable thing, because it's not a hunger that can be quenched, right? Except with this other person. I'm running out of breath saying that, and I didn't have any issue with breathing prior to that. So that's the kind of energy that it is here. Anyway, but it's always going to be like that. It's like always going to be butterflies. It's always going to, and oh, that was the thing. That was the download I got. So divine feminine, you know what it's like to be in your energy, but divine masculine does not know what that's like because he's not been with another divine feminine. He's been with copycats, right? And you've been with, the same bummity scums, right? Trying to help them to realize their potential. So to just have someone that's already in his masculine energy that is able to, co-create or what is it? Yeah, co-create, because anything that you guys decide to put together here, it says it right here. I feel like we can accomplish anything in the world together. It's that energy. You know that you bring that energy because you're a divine creator. That's the feminine energy as a whole, right? And so it's like when you put this other whole together with this other whole together, you know, I enjoy laughing and all of our inside jokes. Yeah, these two are so giggly together. I feel like there's a lot of third party wannabe, but there's no third party. That's why I said it over, because there's no third parties in these relationships. They do not do that. They do not do that. So there's not going to be anyone to be able to come in and be like, oh yeah, no. These two satisfy each other too much. It would be crazy work. It would be difficult to even build up an emotion for another person. It would feel wrong. Like it would just, I don't know, if there's some to like to the core, to the depth of my core, it would, eat me up. I don't know. Spontaneous, anywhere and everywhere. That was also a download too. The group 112. We can do it anywhere. I've never had anyone as experienced as you. That's from the divine feminine to the divine masculine. Um, and I get that that's going to be something that's really wonderful for the divine feminine because that's never been experienced. And then the divine masculine has never had anybody that's been able to help create, help bring something, help add to him. Just like that energy of that girl cooking with Kaya. I'm not saying Kaya is the perfect example. I'm just using it. So many people are hating on her, and it's like, well, but at the same time, she is a cool vibe. Like, have you watched her cooking? Because she actually cooks. She does her little intro, which I think is smart, but there are plenty of other people that nobody is like bashing them, and they're out here with their boobs hanging out and readings and all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Stuff don't make sense, but it's kind of like there's no need to go anywhere else. There's no insecurities that exist in these two because they know what they built with each other. It doesn't come from a place of selfishness, selfishness. They're willing to let go of each other if they needed to, but they realize that they don't need to. They shouldn't. And that's why they're not. Okay, anyway. Daddy loves it when you call him and text him and send him random pics. That's the other thing too. So divine masculine doesn't know how much of a like, let me attempt to smother you with my love, the type of feminine that divine feminine is. She is that person, but she's also very laid back too, in that when you need the space, she's not smothering. It's that kind of like, oh, I love it here, it's so peaceful. Some women don't understand what peace is because they feel like the man's supposed to create it for them, when they have to understand you have to come as that. If you want him to be your rock, he got to come as your rock. You're not planning on making him a rock, right? Because you tried that before. That didn't work out, right? It's like lights, right? Daddy enjoys making life big for you. He loves mommy's smile. Yes, they love making each other happy in like all these different ways. I was getting this energy of like, oh, you're going to be so excited because if, like let's say for instance, my thing is being able to give foot massages. I also like to receive them. And I think it's cool when you have the time and you can just sit and give each other foot massages while you talk and, unwind or discuss things, etc., make jokes, whatever. Just spend time, doing, double timing on the making you feel good, but it don't have to be penetration, right? And this is an form of intimacy, and I feel like you'll be able to have all of those things. Like if you guys want to get up and do morning yoga, you guys can do that. If you like cooking together, you can do that. If you like going for walks together, whatever it is, it's going to be magnified. That's also a reason that this, the physical encounters, the sex is really, really good and delicious. Like it's insatiable energy. It's very much giving like Prince vibes, like from Under the Cherry Moon, where it's like, oh my gosh, I would do anything for this too. Like you got whole, squads of people coming across water to try to stop this. It's wild, but if you watch Under the Cherry Moon, you would get it. But it's like this is just gonna be that type of thing. Yeah, full intimacy. First card on the split. Yeah, that's why. When seeking pleasure, it's like you guys maintain that within yourselves. Ooh, look, last card here. That came out. I didn't read it yet. It says, I already know you'll ride for me, but I wouldn't put us in that situation. And that's from each other. I feel like neither one of you would. That's why I said no third parties. That's why it's coming out so tough. You guys wouldn't want to put yourselves or the other person in a position where you'd have to backtrack. You would rather be respectful and come forward to each other and be like, you know what, this isn't working out. I thought so too, and blah, 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 blah. What's the best way for us to kind of get out of this situation? Or what do you think we need to do to try to fix this? Or, whatever it is, and I feel like, but those things are really not even, like, those are an anomaly for you guys. The things that are commonplace for most people are, they're not really going to be happening in your world because you've become whole people. You've worked on your inner child. You've learned how to have full intimacy, which again, like I'm saying, it goes beyond words. It goes beyond, penetration. It goes beyond, it's something that's deeper. It's soul level. It's spirit level. It's next lifetime and next lifetime. And that's why a lot of these people that you're leaving behind, you're making sure to not tell them maybe next lifetime. No, 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 no. Not next lifetime, not in my dreams either. Just go away. And that's just, all I want is you. That's because that's the energy you guys are in. You love who you are. You both appreciate your own bodies respectively, and you appreciate each other's bodies. It's like everything is just beyond words. Everything. And the moment you guys touch each other, you're going to remember everything that you forgot about each other previously, and everything that you forgot how to do or to know when, etc., etc., etc. When it comes to relationships and love, it's going to be the ideal romance. I know I said that, but the card is trying to make sure you guys know that I said it. Full intimacy. From a place where you previously had unrequited desires. Because that's the energy that you two were in before you met. Both of you wanted the ideal romance, and you had that unrequited desire sitting around, making itself known. Divine Masculine, you have people over here on the side always willing to be available. And Divine Feminine, you was quick to walk away and let people kind of blow in the wind behind you. Now you've got this level of full intimacy with yourself, even with highest self. So now it's like, oh, okay, why couldn't we? Who better than I? I love myself better than I love myself. Of course I'm deserving. Of course, of course, of course. All right, let's pull out some initials. See who this could be. Kurt's saying we don't need to. There we go. First initial is ooh. Initial Y. And I get like that's mine. That's my deal. I feel like that's the energy of some past people. That's my person. It's like, nope, not anymore. Mine's and yours only. Ooh, M-Y and O. I like it. Woo! I get there's an energy of like all kinds of past people wanting to make sure that their initials come out. Like, anything to try to disrupt the flow, And I don't think that that's a reality. I feel like anytime somebody tries to come up with some chatter, it's probably met with like a bunch of like, MYOB. I'm going to just leave it at that. B. I'm going to just leave it at that. You don't even need to know the initials. Is what Spirit's saying. Mind your own business. That's really what it is, because there's probably too many, I'm getting feminine karmic energy. Maybe some who have like BV and they need to go get tested. Oh gosh. Oh, I knew that was going to come out in one of these readings. I guess people just trying to let people know, really be about that life. Like, you're not focused on your body. The B is upside down. You're not focused on your body in a real way, like in the, kingdom type of way. Because, if there are feminine energies, like I get it, karmics watch a lot of these readings too, but if there are feminine energies out here, karmics, and you've been told that you have an odor, because I've seen videos where people are getting blasted at the wax place, like, yo, really? That's, you know, you getting a wax though. You need to go to the gym and like do a little swish swash in the sink or something. Like, I don't know. Like, what gym you go to, they don't have showers. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry. Wait, no, I don't. No, I'm not sorry. But if you have an odor and you haven't went to the doctor for it, you definitely need to go to the doctors. If you have an odor and it's coming back when you mess with a certain person, you need to stop messing with that person, even if they say they're not messing with nobody, and even if you ain't caught them, even if the person that you think that they thought that they was messing with said, no, I'm not messing with him, that's not true too. So keep it moving. Like, don't mess around with your body. Don't mess around with your body. And if you're just, a feminine who, I don't know, just trying to regulate your hormones, sometimes that's what it could be too. I'm not a doctor, but sometimes you need to, especially if you're just starting to abstain and stuff like that, and so your body's learning its own, natural scent. You're learning your own probably natural scent, because if you think about it, even if you're using contraceptives, you're still creating a new scent. This pH balance changes in all of those interactions. But anyway, because that's, anyway. But you might need to just get some plain yogurt and put it on a suppository in order to like help cleanse your body. That can be a way of helping, a natural remedy, natural homeopathic way to be, good to your body. And eat healthy things, of course. Drink lots of water. Yeah, cranberry juice. I don't know. I feel like somebody out there is having a hard time with their hoo-ha. Not the collective though. Don't put that on my body. My body. Because my body is, yeah, reserved. I get insatiable when it comes to you. I told you guys it's this insatiable like prince. So if you want to tap into your divine masculine and divine feminine energy more, maybe listen to your favorite Prince song, maybe watch a movie. And I'll definitely do some more readings too. I am not reading any more of these because they get real saucy. But I feel like there's a lot of good positive energy and a lot of positive motivations to be focused in the right directions. And, all other people need to mind their own business. All right, I hope this has been helpful and insightful in some way, shape, or form. And I'll catch you on the next one. Later.